I am preparing to get started on my own journal for the second half of the year, and I'm thinking this one.
Oh, here we go, it's doing it.
I think this works beautifully as a bit of a corner detail. I think that's really nice. I'm not even going to try and copy the lettering style. I'm just going to make stickers of them and make my entire life so much easier. The florals on this one are so dreamy. Hi, welcome back to the journal vlog. I feel like this series needs a rebrand. The concept is that I take you with me on creative projects throughout the month, kind of behind the scenes of the journal setups, but also anything else that I undertake in the month that is creative. And the journal vlog title doesn't really encompass that, does it? So if you have any ideas for what else I should be calling this series, I'm open to them. Usually we do this every month, but I have been going through it a little bit. I haven't really been like running at full capacity for a couple of months, but we're getting better. I'm future Erin. I'm actually existing in August of 2026, and this video is going to encompass from like Erin back in like late May. But before we jump into all of the stuff that I've filmed over the course of the last 2-ish months, I have something exciting and new that is very new to me and not a journal thing, which is kind of why I'm like, do we need a new name for this series? Let me grab it. I think it's gonna be fun. And it came in a big box. Oh, a big box. It's a button maker. I'm so excited. It's from Kato. So something you should know about me is that I'm part of a community dance group that takes our button badges very seriously, to the point where they're part of our uniform or like costume. The more pins, kind of the longer you've been part of the group. We have some pins that are for our own gigs that we've like made in the past. We've got this one from the Melbourne Pen and Stationery Show last year, which is great. This is from Woodford. So you can imagine why a badge making machine would be exciting to me, especially one that's specifically designed to make batch production easier than ever. This is the Kato 3-in-1 badge maker, which I was very kindly gifted, and it's brand new. It actually launches on August 10th. And you might notice it doesn't have any of the handles or levers that most badge makers have. In fact, it kind of looks like my air fryer. It's fully electric, so you never have to rely on squeezing or pulling to connect your badge components. You can just press a button. It seems really versatile too, because it will make 3 different sizes of badge, so I want to give it a go. In these boxes, it's very helpfully got like what's inside. So this one has some of the supplies for making the buttons. It's got the bases that I think go in here. It has a circular cutter and a cutting mat, A5 one. And in this box, the power cord, very useful, plastic washer, and some more supplies for the 58mm buttons. Cool. It has a, what's that, US plug on it, but I have a converter, so that's all right. I love when there's a video tutorial. It makes it so much easier. Definitely going to be making a Mitsu badge, aren't we? So I've gone ahead and designed some badges. I've got Mitsu and Peaches because I need them on my Morris vest, of course. These ones are for my D&D group, and these are for the people that run my Morris dancing group, because that's something that our leader said on stage at a medieval festival that we performed recently, that Morris dancing is medieval cringe. These are the paper inserts that it came with. I measured those versus each of the components, because obviously you need a bit more space, like a bleed almost. Whoops, I dropped one. For the paper to fully wrap around. So I've made sure to leave a bit of space. And I'm going to print and cut these with the Cricut to make my life a lot easier, because that's an option that I have. Of course, you could just print them normally and then cut them to size with this thing from Squares, and just size your square to the same size as these things. So the diameter of this, yeah. But I'm not doing that because I have a Cricut, and that's just going to be easier for me to wrap my head around personally. This is always so satisfying. Things like straight lines and circles with the Cricut are so easy and quick. With the assistance of my 2 helpers, let's try and make some badges, huh? All right, so this goes in face up. Then I do my artwork, and then I do one of these Mylar plastic films, which are actually really thin. So you have to kind of wriggle them between your fingers to make sure you're only getting one. And then I put this washer and the back, and hopefully that will align them if I put the pin back that way. So now I rotate it so that this one is in place, and I press go. Peaches does not like that sound. And now I rotate it 180 degrees. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah, this one came out great. Okay. Look, it's my babies. As a badge. That's so good. We need to swap these, which are just magnetic, which is really helpful. That's number one. Base artwork, Mylar. The back is in here. Okay. Yay! Now the back. Oh yeah. This one is for jolly good times. You definitely don't have to digitally design and print and cut your badge designs as well. You can always make them out of journaling material, stickers and washi tape and things like that. It comes with these paper inserts that are already perfectly sized, so you can just decorate directly onto those. I'm using some washi tape from my collection and a couple of stickers from my sticker book that I've had for a really long time with really no purpose for them, so this is a great way to use up that extra stuff that you're like, I don't want to use this in a theme. Make some badges. The auto mode is where the Kato 3-in-1 button maker really shines because it is so easy to automate the process. You put together your pieces, and when you have it on auto mode, see how mine is set to 0 so you can keep track of how many you've done. As soon as the base is in place underneath the pusher-downer mechanism, it will automatically go. You don't have to press the button to make it do that. And then same thing when you turn it to the other side to do the base, it will automatically press that once the vertical plastic rod there touches the bit that sticks out from the presser attachment. And you can even be loading up the components for the front of the next badge while it's pressing the back of the previous one. It's incredible. Did you see how it ticked up to 1 just then because we made 1 badge? So I'm prepping to do the second one. As soon as it's in place, it's going to press that. I'll flip it around to the other side. I've sped this up a little bit, but as soon as it's in place, it'll press that as well. And see the counter tick up to 2? It's just so clever. It's really smart. I have big windows behind me, so they're a little bit shiny, but I think these badges turned out really cute. That bit, that bit, that bit, that bit. Off we go. Gosh, that is actually so easy. Other side. Phenomenal. Thank you, thing. Oh, yeah, this might be my favorite so far. Small crab crime assistant. Oh, it's so good. I was really big into button badges like this around 2005, 2006. I would have had so much fun making my own like this. Big thanks to the folks at Kato for sending me this machine to try out and share with you. I'm having so much fun and I can't wait to make all of the badges for my Morris team. This machine launches on August 10, so I have an affiliate link in the description to their button maker page on their website in case you want to keep an eye out and find out more. Let's travel back in time a little now. I've been working on the mystery journal. I'm trying to smash it out so fast. I've got a lot to catch up on. It's going okay. Something I forgot about, I've just been working with these lights for such a long time that I'd sort of forgotten until I went away on my trip and came back. Oh, ignore my messy desk, you know this is how I live. This one, it's got different like light color temperatures. I keep it on the kind of neutral white. This is the exact same product, but I bought it at a different time. It only works when you've like just plugged it in, unfortunately. And it is a much warmer light quality on all of them, so they don't really match. And that's annoying me. So I got some new lights and I'm gonna replace them. I also just got these. I think these are so cute. This is a candle. It is sandalwood and vanilla. I don't mind how it smells, but I actually don't really care about the candle itself because I thought this would be so pretty. As a new pen jar for my desk. I've been using this one, which is also a candle from ages ago, like a vessel. And I like it, but it falls over pretty easily and Mitsu sometimes knocks it down. So this one's a bit sturdier. When I finish the candle, I'm gonna move my pens into that one. And this is actually a sugar jar, but I think I'm gonna use it to hold the cotton buds that I use for my fountain pen ink swatches, just so they have a really pretty thing to sit on my desk. Bye, Mitsu. Because like, look at that. Gorgeous. And the candle up a bit closer. So pretty. So I'm gonna start burning this like right now. Ooh, they're a wee bit bigger than my previous lights, but that could only really be a good thing. More light. Yay, we have the same color temperature now. That's an improvement. Very happy. As is so often the case, I got started on my reading journal. I'm kicking along, I'm doing really well, and I ran out of some of the stickers that I rely on. It was these ones. So I'm gonna make some more. In fact, I am printing some right now. Just in case you didn't know, these sticker sheets are available as downloadable printables on my website, erinsmithart.com.au. There's also a link in the description. So if you also keep a reading journal, these can speed up the process a little bit and make your life easier. They're also designed as Cricut files, so you should be able to just import them and print and cut, and you can go with your stickers. A moment for this beautiful, fresh, clean Cricut cutting mat before it ends up inevitably covered in cat hair, like all my other Cricut mats before it. If you size them right, you can fit 2 of these to a single A4 page, which is always nice. So the downloadable file is each of these as an individual sticker. It's a backgroundless PNG, so it will automatically know to cut around each of these sections and make them their own separate stickers. But if you use the shape tool and you make a shape that's the same size as the sticker sheet, which is 10 centimeters across and 14.5 centimeters tall, duplicate that shape layer so you have probably 3 or 4, maybe 5, depending on how old your blade is. Align all of that and then attach them. See, it's doing it here. It's doing 1 cut, now it's doing the 2nd cut. This means it's going to cut all the way through the paper, so the whole sheet will be die cut, and then the stickers on it will be kiss cut, because you can't tell the Cricut to cut different pressures in the same project, unfortunately. And I've got this set to default cutting pressure. I usually go more, but I just thought I'd run a little experiment and we'll see if they're kiss cut enough. Okay. This is how we're looking. I usually tell it more pressure, so this actually hasn't cut as nicely as I would like, but it has cut all the way through, so that's fine. I can just grab scissors for the extra stuff. Let's see what the kiss cut is like. I might need 2 hands, because we obviously only did 1 pass for this. Oh yeah, that is just fine. Okay, very good. Let's see if I can put that back. I'll remember to stick to more pressure next time. Of course, you don't have to have a cutting machine to use these. You can just print them out on regular paper, or print it on sticker paper if you want, like this, and just cut it out with some scissors and you'll be golden. And there we go. I've got 8 more of my little book data stickers to get me through my next 8 books in the reading journal, and then I'll just make some more. Smoothest I ever got it. Camera is having some trouble exposing for this, but the gold foil looks really good on black paper. I have finished the mystery journal. It was a little bit rough this time around, to be honest. I haven't been feeling very creative, but I'm actually really happy with everything I've done in it. I'm about to get it ready to send off. I just need to check that I have all of the files that I need. So like B-roll shots for the intros of videos and flip throughs and photos of everything. Because obviously once I mail it off, I can't make that content. And I'm about to put the winner's name in the front, but I thought because it's a black page journal, it could be so nice to use one of these embossing powders. I have never been able to make this work. So I'm gonna do a little test run first in this journal, which I don't know how much more blackout stuff I'll be wanting to research and develop. I've only used a tiny bit of the notebook, but let's just give it a go. I've got my little crafty heat gun here, which works. I've got a bullet and a brush end, I think. I'm just gonna write my own name and see how this goes. We'll do gold. I haven't thought this through because I don't have like anything handy to tip the powder back into. I should be showing you this. Hold on one sec. I suppose we could just somewhat use the book. All right, it's already going better than previous attempts. I should not be doing this on the mystery journal. Hold on. In theory, I put the heat on this and it melts. I don't want it to curl my pages though. Oh, here we go, it's doing it. Oh my God. That worked. This is going to change the game. It has warped my paper a tiny bit, but I don't think I care because that looks beautiful. All right, let's do it in the journal. Okay, I penciled it out first, and I think I'm gonna go, ooh, I don't know how much time I have to work with here, you know? I think I'm gonna do the, oh, that's actually an italic. Okay, I'll stick to the brush tip. I hope it doesn't dry. Okay, let's go silver because we want to match the cover of the journal. Please, 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 please work. Okay, moment of truth. Oh, it's actually looking pretty good. Get off. I I've got this kind of haze around the letters that is dust. Ooh. Can I replace that? Don't be like that. Don't do that. Okay, it isn't perfect, but I'm worried I'm just gonna ruin it if I keep trying to like spot remove like this. This is the back of a mechanical pencil, like the eraser end. Let's see. Oh, that's so satisfying to watch. Okay, so I was kind of freaking out over nothing. Look, it's not perfect, but it is shiny, and I like that about it. Something to note though, this page has gone a bit warpy as a result, so hopefully just being flat in transit will fix that. So I finished the mystery journal and it's on its way now to Nadine in Finland. According to timing, it should reach her before the beginning of July, so very happy that that's done. Please ignore all of this. I'm actually going to be selling some stationery at a Destash market in Brisbane on, goodness me, I can't remember. If you're in the greater Brisbane area and you can get to Strathpine, I think it's the 6th or the 7th of July. It's called Craftorama. I'll put information here. So I've been going through stuff and getting ready to destash more stuff, and some of what's over there is to be destashed. I need more boxes. I'm actually getting rid of a lot of stuff, and they're going to be priced to clear because my gosh, I just can't live like this anymore. Moving on from one journal for the second half of the year to another, I am preparing to get started on my own journal for the second half of the year, and I'm thinking this one. Usually I make a poll, but I just know in my heart this is the one that I would like to use. It's from Notebook Therapy. They did like a traveler's notebook called Secret Garden that was around the same time as this. I don't remember what this one was called exactly. I could look it up. That's the thing I could do. Is it written in it potentially? Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness, it's written in the notebook. I didn't even have to look it up because it says right here. It's the Secret Garden Luminous Garden Edition bullet journal. It's the original size Notebook Therapy, which is around about B6-ish. The cover is giving a little bit of Art Nouveau fairy tale. I really like that about it. I think it's lovely. And it's got these little bunnies on, which is really cute too. Let me see if they still have it. Luminous Garden. It is listed. Ooh, they do. They still have it. So I have a discount code for Notebook Therapy too that I'll pop up on the screen in case you would like to also get your hands on this little guy. It's funny, something about this time of year makes me want to go historical a little bit with things, and I was considering doing kind of a medieval manuscript inspired setup, but I really love that idea and I'll probably do it for a monthly setup. It's just gonna be a lot of work. The way I'm envisioning it, I'm like, I could potentially source some public domain things and like make my own stickers and do it that way, but I feel like I could almost get away with just like painting it all myself with brush markers, like acrylic markers. Maybe. I haven't done a theme like that in a really long time where I just drew stuff, and that could be really fun, but it would also be very time consuming. So what I thought I might do, I have actually gone through and sketched out layouts already. Because oh my goodness, it's the 19th of June. I'm gonna need to use this thing soon. So I've sketched some stuff out, and I'm actually thinking maybe I take it a little away from medieval and more towards like the fairy tale interpretation of that, which made me think, who does fairy tales better than Runa Mareuty? And I've got 3 whole Runa Mareuty deliveries, 2 of which I think arrived while I was on my trip that I haven't opened. I've kind of been like keeping them hostage so that they'd be my little reward when I finish the mystery journal. So I thought we could go ahead and open those and just see if anything in there is going to be a good match for a potential theme. I also have some really lovely Morris & Co. washi tapes that my sweet friend Jackie picked up for me in Japan because she knows I love anything Morris & Co. The unfortunate thing here, it rained basically the whole time I was overseas, and there was a mail hold, like the post office held onto these for me, but it got drenched. It got absolutely soaked. So we'll have to see. Okay, no good. The really important stuff is still, oh yeah, this is beautiful. Her stuff is always so amazing. Oh man. Oh, this actually is kind of perfect for the medieval vibes. Dragon Archives, look at these little, I'm getting ahead of myself, but these 2 with a little heraldry like coat of arms thing, and this little guy, they could be around a medieval frame as like little details. Wonderful. Do you know what? She's kind of done it for me right here too. Like this is like a corner of a medieval manuscript. So wow, that could not be more perfect, could it? And there's this lovely bookmark. And it's actually a library card on the back for the Dragon Library, which is the theme. She's doing like, we already had a Dragon Library theme previously. She's giving the themes that feel like they've got some more juice in them, like a second round. This is the die cut sticker. Oh, there's a kitty cat. Kitty cat that's friends with Dragon. They're like having a little snooze together. It's beautiful. And then this is the Dragon Courtyard sticker sheet, which looks like this. Super beautiful. The little cat with some scroll parchment something in its mouth. You can't go wrong with Runa Mareuty. I do just want to see what this is, her new packaging. Like, there's a butterfly sticker on the back. Oh, the fairy post. Well, she's handwritten my name on it. That must take her ages. She must have so many Patreon subscribers and then to have to hand letter everybody's name. Goodness gracious, she's amazing. So this is the February set. It's June, I know, trust me. Written with love by Runa Mareuty, editor of the Fairy Post. Oh, and this looks so amazing on this paper too. I feel like she must have already used like a slightly creamy paper, but it getting rained on may have actually improved the experience of this. Is that just me desperately looking for a silver lining? No, I don't think so. I love that. I want to put parts of that in my memory journal. Wow. Okay, so that's Dragon Library version 2, the February set. I believe they are for the following month. So the February set would be shipped out in March. Don't quote me on that though. This one also got a little soggy, unfortunately. Maybe not as badly as the first one. Oh yeah, see this paper has survived a little better. There's some marks on the back and it's a little wrinkled, but that's okay. Fairy Tailor Shop. I saw some of this coming together on her Instagram. Oh, this is the one that has the legendary fairy tailor Grandma Lydia. So she has a beautiful older fairy in this one. And I just think that is such a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of artwork. Like, you can be a fairy and be an older lady at the same time. As someone who got to be a fairy recently, with some people who are older than me and some people who are younger than me, I can guarantee that it's for everyone. Oh, that's so beautiful. There's a little die cut, oh, like patchwork heart sticker over here too, which is so sweet. This one's probably tying into my theme a little less cohesively, but that's fine because I'll use this for something else. I myself have a bunch of things I want to sew. I've been feeling very much like sewing lately, but I was like, you gotta get the mystery journal done, Erin, priorities, man. And I'm only managing to get out a video a week at the moment too, because the energy levels are still on the floor. So I'm kind of having to pace myself a little bit, but I do want to take some time to do some sewing. So these could work into my memory keeping journal, maybe with some little offcuts of the fabric that I use. What a gorgeous dress. So that's the sticker sheet. We've also got die cut dressmaker fairy here, the Fairy Atelier. Absolutely stunning. And what a creative idea. I think that's gorgeous. Probably should mention I pay for Runa's Patreon subscription. This is not gifted. I just really love her work. This one we've got Fairy Couture Fairy Dress Room. So they're kind of in line with the Fairy Dressmaker kind of a theme. This is we've got 2 sticker sheets here, a die cut and a bookmark. So we've got Fairy Dress Room right here. She's getting ready. She's got her beautiful fairy dresses on a rack. Gorgeous. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We've got Fairy Couture sticker sheet. This one's all of her little woodland friends that help her, I think. And some details, so some sketches, some pattern pieces, ribbon on a roll ready to be used. So cute. So very like springtime too, which like makes sense for the Northern Hemisphere. That's so lovely. And then we have a die cut as well. Fairy Vanity. Gosh, can I make mine look like this? This is beautiful. My vanity's basically that over there, but if it looked like this, oh my goodness, how lovely is that? And then the bookmark says, dress like a fairy and feel the magic within you. And as someone who did that recently, yeah, absolutely. I agree with this message. And the back has this beautiful piece of the artwork as well, which is like a little teaser of the next one, right? So, or a throwback to it, depending on the order, whatever the correct order is. Isn't that nice? Okay, so I feel like the Dragon Library, I should dig out the other Dragon Library set as well and see if there's some crossover there that would work in well to my theme that I have in mind. I also want to pull out those Willie Morris tapes and see if like something ties in color-wise, you know? And the other thing I want to do is fill up a fountain pen. Is it in my little fountain pen drawer? No, it isn't. I haven't actually used this one yet. I got did I get a stub or a broad? I think I got a broad, but maybe it would work the same. I truly don't remember, but I got this one for myself as a Christmas present. It's from a Brisbane maker by the name of Just Turning. But I haven't inked this at all, and it's June. I've had it for like 6 months, so I'll work out what to put in that, and I thought I would use this for some of the setup too. If it all comes together, I think it could be really adorable. So I just spent a little bit of time putting some washi tapes down. I really know that I want to make kind of a border situation, so I've tried corners with several tapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These ones are all from the Quirky Cup Collective, and I feel like they do all fit the kind of fantasy fairy tale vibe very well. I actually used this one in my first journal for the year, so that would be like a nice little carryover tie-in thing. I sort of wish I had a green one because that would go so nicely with the cover of the notebook, but I don't, so we work with what we've got. I'm really trying hard not to buy new stuff. I think she does have a green one, but I don't have it. This is the William Morris tape that Jackie got for me. I think it's called Granville, judging by what it says on the packaging. All of these I've just cut on an angle to give me that like corner situation, except for if it had some kind of decorative thing that would work as a pillar in the corner. I think this works beautifully as a bit of a corner detail. I think that's really nice. This one is from Paper Monogatari, and it also makes a great corner, but it's too small for my purposes. And this is another MT William Morris & Co. tie-in tape. This one's actually a wide tape. It's a hefty one. My friend Courtney got me this one. This one I just tried using my craft knife thinger to cut a wedge out, and it really tore up the paper. So right now I'm leaning towards this one, because if we add these colors in, look at that, like her dress, there's lots of kind of reddish pinks in here. There's reddish pinks in here. The imagery fits what I'm going for. It would be a lovely little accent, I think, to have these ones. And then the previous set from a little while ago is also in the same kind of color palette. So I feel like you really can't go wrong here, right? This with this. Oh, I think it's gonna come together, but not today. I'm gonna sleep on it. I'll report back. This will be up before the vlog probably anyway. We'll see. I went hunting for a reference font to use for this new journal setup, and I ended up finding two that I liked so much that I'm not even going to try and copy the lettering style. I'm just going to make stickers of them and make my entire life so much easier. Also cutting some book covers at the same time, but this one is called Black Chancery, and I actually don't remember what this one's called, but I'll put it on the screen for you. So pretty. It's going to look really nice, I think. Since I had some luck with my embossing powder in the mystery journal for the nameplate page, I thought I'd try it for my July theme, but I'm just running a little experiment here. This is going to be gold. I'm using my Printing Stamps London J stamp as a test run. This is kind of the theme that I've got going here. No room in my brain for creativity this month, so I'm just going with the tape that I liked the most and a few matching washies. But I want to see how the page holds up, first of all, and then how it goes if I do it separately on some sticker paper and then cut that out, like if that will maybe cut down on page warping. But I got my heat gun and I'm ready to go. Let's see. Gosh, that looks good. So I feel like I had the heat gun a little too close to the page when I was doing it earlier. It still warped a little bit, but let's see how the sticker paper takes it, because that little bit of warping has lifted my stickers a touch, but it's not too bad. Oh. Oh no. Okay. So not that. It's good that we tried, right? It's good to do a test run. Wow. Okay. So I'm thinking this will work. directly on the page, but I'll have to do all of these elements first and then add stickers. I think that's going to be the way to go. I have a fun little collection of new tapes from the Washi Tape Shop that I wanted to show you. We're going to start with this one. This is the Maple Cafe tape. I actually used this one in my reading journal for my May spread. Also, I should mention these were very kindly gifted to me by my friends at the Washi Tape Shop. Thank you, Washi Tape Shop. And I have a discount code in case you're keen. You can use Erin Smith 10 to get 10% off at checkout. This is a tape that coffee lovers will enjoy, but as someone who isn't actually myself a coffee drinker, I appreciate that it's not like all about the coffee. There's coffee going on here, but there's also some landscapes and some cute little, like a flower store and a bookshop and stuff too, so I can get behind that. The colors are beautiful. I filled up this little page here. I always love when they give you tiny elements as well as these larger vignettes. It makes it much easier to work things into a theme. This one is a washi texture, so has a little sheen to it, but not as shiny as a PET. Although I'm sure you can probably get it in a PET version as well. And it's pre-cut, so you don't have to cut all of this stuff out yourself. We love it. Check out the colors on this one. How beautiful. This one's called Petal Post. It is this tape right here. The florals on this one are so dreamy. Very lovely flowers though, some ticket ephemera as well, little Polaroid type frames. It also has some text, and you know, I'm not hugely keen on text. Sometimes they come across as a little bit of a filler element to me. Some of these are okay, like flowers bloom in dreams, sure. They're little quote areas, you know, they could just be like a space filler or whatever. On your spread, a flower lights up the daily life. This one annoys me though, because the years are gentle, accompanied by flowers. Like, why did we cut off the word? Why did we do that? I wish we didn't do that, but I think the flowers are spectacular, so I'll forgive it this time. Also not feeling super offended by any of the fonts they've used on this one. Sometimes I'm not super stoked with font choices, but these ones are quite lovely and soft. The color scheme on this tape is beautiful. That's Petal Post. This one is very summertime vibes. This one's called Misty Breeze. Lots of larger elements going on this one. Lots of kind of rectangular vignettes, but we do have some smaller bits too. Signs and palm trees and surfboards. I personally love these ones, the like cottage, lake, mountains kind of a thing. It feels like driving at sunset with Don Henley, Boys of Summer playing, you know. Very dreamy. I think the clouds are absolutely gorgeous. This kind of thing I find works better in a larger journal like a B5 or a square, just because you need that kind of extra page space to play with. This is an A5 Tifosi Moon's Power journal. And you can see on the A5, I've managed to fit like 6 of these little vignettes. They're overlapping, and just a couple of the extra bits, which, like, look at this little small crab crime assistant here. This one is called Bloom House. Not so much my style, this one, but maybe it's yours. Little people, little stylized houses, very cute. Everything's a little bit like wonky, which gives it a lot of character. Oh no, I just accidentally unhoused a bee. I'm gonna find a spot to put him here. You can sit here, little bee. Here's a look at the tape. The bee just came from here. Sorry about his absence. He's not absent, he's just elsewhere. So mix of little houses and shops and people doing stuff that relates to what happens. Oh, lots of flower shops actually. People gardening, we've got little snails and stuff too. And there's text on these ones as well. Let me just read this one real quick. Ink on paper is a map leading us back to ourselves. Quite difficult to read actually in this font. This one I remember when I was placing it down. This is something I've become really aware of since I started making my own stickers, because you have to make the offset, which is like the white space around the sticker. And in order to make a sticker really usable, sometimes you have to be careful and a bit finicky about the way you do that. So in a shape like this, you know, there aren't that many detailed little finicky bits that are going to cause problems. But when it's something smaller with a lot of detail, for instance, these chair legs, can you see if I bring it up here? Maybe you can see it easier from the sheen on the sticker, but you've got that little bit of white space around the edges. If you weren't super careful, maybe you'd accidentally rip off one of these legs. This text sticker, let me try and catch it in the line. This one was really hard, so it's like a line of text that's like joined in the areas where the ascenders and descenders are close, but this is almost, it would have almost been better off actually as 3 separate strippy stickers, or make the offset a bit bigger so that this is joined, you know, but that's just me being finicky. I don't really like to use the text stickers anyway, but I did put some down so you can see the vibes. That's the Bloom House tape. This color scheme is so beautiful. This is the Eden's Gallery. This is actually 2. So I've got this one on this side and this tape on this side. As you can see, they kind of have different things going on. So this one has more defined subject matter. So like little doggies and vignettes of gardens and birds and flowers. whereas this one is more loosey-goosey. Frames and little bows and just shapes, little strips of like, almost like a washi tape, but not quite. I think this color scheme is beautiful. I love this one on this side. I think that's beautiful and very easy to use. Let me roll my tape out a little bit here so you can see. I really like the birds on this one too. Just really magical, kind of a secret garden vibe, right? Again, with the watercolor florals, I feel like the Washi Tape Shop does those so beautifully. They're kind of a signature, but I love, particularly in this sticker, you can see it a lot here. There are some unexpected colors going on here, like this deep, very dark burgundy I feel is very unexpected, and I think it gives it a depth that's very nice. I like it a lot. This one I found a little bit more finicky. So these ones come as a set. You can kind of see it happening just as I'm trying to peel this up anyway, because very finely cut tape situations. Okay, let me use this as an example. So this sticker is like a little oval ribbon situation, but because it's so fine and finicky, when you try to stick it down somewhere, it's actually so hard to get it to be really flat. You know, peeling it up is hard, sticking it down is hard. It's so beautiful and delicate once you get it on there, but as you can see from this, let me find you the example of this in the tape where I took it from, like in another loop. It's gorgeous, but like, yeah, see, this is what this is supposed to look like. Maybe upside down. Oh, I think I've got the pink frame the same way, but the green one is the opposite way. You see what I mean? Like, it's just so difficult to get it to sit the way it's supposed to, because this, all of this fine little doodly around here, all that green, that's one sticker. And so you have to be incredibly precise. Like, maybe you could peel it up and start to stick it down as you peel the tape away, and like maybe it would retain its integrity if you do it in that way. But it was really difficult. Decorating this page as an example took me ages because of all these little finicky bits. I think it's gorgeous, but like maybe there's a better way. They're not all like that though. We do have obviously some flowers and things. Excellent colors throughout both, so not all of it is finicky, but some of it's pretty finicky. So just know that going in, if you just fell in love with this one, you're gonna need some patience. Next up, we've got Heritage Snippets, which is a 3-piece set of tapes. So I've divided them like 1, 2, 3. And something that's interesting about this one, the Washi Tape Shop is calling this, and the next one as well, not a washi tape, not a PET tape, but a script tape. It confused me at first too, but actually these are paper stickers. They're thicker than a washi. They don't have that sheen. They're very matte, and you can write on them, which I think is where the script part comes in. So I've given it a test run with a biro on this one right here, and with 2 different fine liners on this one down here. Obviously there's a lot going on here, so it's not super readable if you write on top of this stuff, but maybe if you were jumping in with something bolder like a Tombow Fudenosuke, I'm gonna pop it over here. I'm gonna write Fudenosuke. Like, that's definitely showing up a bit more because the line is bolder. You know, just something to consider if you are someone who likes to write on the elements that you place on the page. That's never really been me, but I know some people do. The variety of shapes in these ones is really fascinating too. I think I did a full loop of each because the loop is actually fairly short on these ones. Once again, you have some casualties as you try to peel this up. It is so difficult to do this without causing damage. Oh no, I think I've gone the wrong way. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this. Somewhat. Okay, so if we're using this green heart pattern as our reference, it reappears here. So your loop is around about yay long. Not super long, not super short. The color scheme and the clashing patterns is really not my vibe, but I know a lot of people are gonna love this. And just the addition of the script tapes all together, I think is gonna make a lot of people really happy. So that's pretty cool. I won't unwind these because you really are seeing everything already on the page, which is why we have a bit of a gap down here. We didn't need all of the space to demonstrate these ones, so that was my journal. And last but not least, I fell in love with this one immediately and then used it in my July setup because it's so very pretty. This is the Sunlit Orchard set. So again, this is 3 tapes. And again, I've tried to do it like 1, 2, 3. And this one has some gold foil. Look at it shine. Oh, it reminds me of one they did years ago. Delicate Floral Wreaths, I think the set was called. They were washies. This one is also a script tape, so these are paper, they're opaque. If you find that washi is usually a little too sheer for you, I think this is gonna change your life. So little houses, little fruit trees, lots of fruit, a couple of cute little characters, a snail with a flower growing out of his shell, and this little fluffy caterpillar. This one I'm trying to work out, it looks like a potato to me. What is that? It's okay if it's a potato, maybe it's bread. I'm not sure. You gotta be careful with the direction you're peeling these ones, I think. See, that's ripping a little bit. I have just used these in a theme, so they might be a little more sparse. Obviously, I've used some stickers there, but absolutely stunning colors. Muted greens, pinks, a little bit of a beigey kind of taupe, peach, little pops of purple too. Look at this one with the bird. I used that one a few times in my journal because I thought it was gorgeous. I think this one too with the greenhouse is so lovely. I've actually switched from the sticky stuff that it came with, which is obviously causing me some issues, to just a little bit of regular washi tape in order to make the peel up process a little easier on myself. I feel like this is just a bit more gentle. I still just lost a sticker to it, but I feel like I can manage that a little better. So just for your own records, if that's something you also want to do, I'm gonna do the same on this one to keep it closed. So that's a fun little look at some of their new releases. Let me know if any of them really stood out to you as like, oh, that's a favorite and I need it in my life. Thank you so much again to the Washi Tape Shop for sending me these. I appreciate it so much. So I've already used this one and these ones, if you want to see those on the channel in use to get some ideas of how they might work together. I really thought this vlog was going to be up well before the craft market. The craft market was now over a week ago. Okay, so what do we got here? Is your stuff all just like themed? Take me for a tour.
Okay, well, over in this wing, hands-on crafty stuff, we have some painting stuff, we have some clay things, we've got some little accessories, lots of pencil cases for all of the goodies that you can buy. Some notebooks. Then we move on into the scrapbooking section. So lots of individual stickers, lots of individual paper.
Look at this preparation with the containers. That's amazing.
I was not that prepared. I was stressing over how I wanted to theme these the other night. We have a book talk section with the Cowboys, the Fourth Wing, and the Dark Academia. So very themed. This is our vintage style. We have our cutesy astrology girl coquette style. Okay. And then we have our whimsical science jokes that I have far too many of.
I'm so sorry to tell you this, people are going to mess that up immediately.
Oh, they immediately. That's fine. That's fine. It works.
You used to work retail, you know.
Oh yeah. And then we've got a lot of washies and some more art supplies.
Nice. And then over here, this is Holly's and my table. We got notebooks.
Hello.
We got another sprocket because Rachel's also selling her sprocket. Yeah. Another some stamps. Holly's making the notebooks look great. We got washi. We got stickers. We got some stuff. I'm quite impressed that we filled 2 tables. That's amazing. And I'm pretty proud of myself because I took a suitcase and a duffel bag full of stuff, and everything that remains from the craft market fits in this box. Everything else sold, so that's great. Are you focusing at all? You're not, are you? Truthfully, pens and tools seem to be what didn't really move. There are a few washi tapes still kicking around in here, but not too many. But I did pick something up for myself. I got 2 embossing powders. It was a second-hand craft market, so these were someone's being destashed. I think I got them for like $2 each, which is great. Right now, all of my washi tapes fit into my 2 washi tape holder things up here, all of them. And I love that, and I'd like to keep it that way. I've been whinging a lot about feeling really tired in my other videos, and that is still unfortunately the case. It's been like 2 months now. I got a blood test this morning, so we're finding out what's going on there. Don't worry about it. I've got doctors onto it. It's gonna be okay. And today, I'm finally getting around to something I've been meaning to do for a while, which is attempting to make my very own fabric fountain pen case. I'm using some like test and toile fabric to attempt a prototype because I'd like to make them for my friends if it works out well. And when I was at the London Stationery Show, I got this little guy, this little pen holder. It came with some pens in. I'm kind of using that as the basis. It has a pocket on the back and I'm not going to do that, but this is the basis for like an insert that goes into a pouch. So I've taken measurements off this and I'm just kind of like keeping a record in the, what's this called? Research and development. The brain fog is so strong. Research and development notebook so that I can recreate this if need be. I'm gonna label all of my pieces and I'm just gonna like sew one out of this gross stuff as proof of concept and to use for pattern pieces to hopefully recreate it in the future. I think that would be cool. I tested it with some of my own collection. See, I don't really have really big fountain pens, but I tested them out to make sure they fit. Hopefully this works, wish me luck. And if it does work, I'd like to sew one for my friend to give her tonight at Stash Hangs as a little surprise. I think that would be nice. So let's see what I can do today. This is probably going to bleed through But I need to label my pieces, so I'll put the book under it. Yep, big bleeds. Wow. I need a smaller permanent marker. This is also from the London Stationery Show. Okay, now I just need to cut these again for the actual project. This feels really silly because this one is going to be so ugly, but I've never done it before. I've also never tried to like draft my own pattern before, so it's an experiment. Oh, I feel like this is going to be really wonky. I think with denser fabric it would actually be so much easier. Okay. Ooh, shaky hands, I must be hungry. Well, hey! So this bit's still open, but what I'm thinking is I'll just top stitch all the way around. I would also iron it if it were a fabric that could handle that. Okay, so my cutting was bad in some places, but that's why we do this, right? I'm getting wonky. Look, it isn't perfect, but it has taught me a lot, and that was the point. I do want to check that my fountain pens would indeed go in here. Okay, my smaller ones. Good. I think the outside slots are actually bigger, so I'm gonna try yes. Very good. This one's only little. Oh my gosh, it's working. Okay, and then this goes into an overall pouch. This like slides in. Look, this isn't bad. This is not a bad start. I'm impressed with me so far. Okay, I got kind of in the zone for a minute there, and I forgot to show you what I was doing, but I have a pouch now and I have my insert thing, so now I just want to see if they fit. This seems actually maybe potentially a little too wide. I did try to measure. I also think my flap is not long enough. I wanted to put a button on the front probably, so I'm just going to try and put this insert thing in here. I mean, this fabric's very forgiving because it's very lightweight. It does kind of go. What if I put pens in it? I mean, it's kind of working. At least so far. It actually is functioning like I wanted it to. So that's not nothing. There does seem to be enough room for the pens that I have chosen. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool start. I need to make so many notes though on what I want to change. I think the bag in general is maybe too big because the pens are down here. If you had a really long pen though, which I do, this is the Lamy, I can never remember what it's called, Joy, I think, which is the one with the, comes with like 3 italic nibs. It's so long. So like one of those would go in here, okay? Oh, I was like, why isn't this going in? It's because I didn't make this part long enough, but this part would accommodate this pen. I have to add this to my scrolled notes. I'm pretty good at overestimating what I can get done in a set amount of time, but I know that about myself. I've only got an hour before I have to go for destashing, so I don't actually think that I can knock another one of these out in that time for my friend, but that means I can run a fabric choice past her at the very least, so that's nice. What am I going to take to stash hangs? I haven't finished my travel journal, so probably just that, which is sad. It's been like 2 months since my trip. This is the 3rd time I've done this because the physics of this thing make no sense to me. Like I had to pin the whole thing together, turn it inside out, and then label where things were supposed to go because I did it wrong twice in a row. Please, 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 this time. Wait, where's my pocket? Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. No, maybe this strap is in the right place and I just need to flip it to the other side. I need to put the lining in for it to make sense. Gosh, I hope my insert still fits. It looks smaller than my insert now. I'm confused. Where's my pocket? Oh, it's here. No, that is the back. If this is on the wrong side, if this is supposed to go over here. Oh no, I think I did it. I think it's correct. Oh my God. And then that will sit under here. And it's a pouch. Isn't it cute? Okay, but is that still gonna fit? in here. Ooh, it could be a different case when there are actually pens in it, but as of right now it seems to be not terrible. Okay, and I haven't fully like turned out the inside, so okay, I think I did it. This flap still needs to be longer, and I think it needs interfacing if it's a softer fabric like this. And for some reason I didn't make my pocket pieces long enough, like wide enough. So I had a bit of trouble getting them to go well. There's a little pocket, and the lining is the same as the pouch flap thing. And then you open it up, and the insert has your pens. It's okay for a first attempt. I think I'll definitely do a better job of my next one. Now I can put the sewing machine away and do something else for a while. I had a wonderful live stream with my channel members recently. We picked out my theme for my August setup, which I'm hoping to do today. And we decided we'd use this paper. This is an origami paper I've had in my collection for a while because it goes really nicely with this lovely toile tape that I'm planning to, that I'm planning to center the theme on. And I've got several more bits of this paper, but I thought it would be fun because I'm planning to use it with these little frames, this kind of thing, you know? Maybe I make some frames out of this because I don't really want to just rip this and put it in corners. I feel like I want less of this deep blue, just little accents, you know? So it's a bit tricky to see here, but I've cut some little frame shapes just to see if it would work. And it looks like maybe it has. Great. I think this is going to be a particularly satisfying peel, so let's see how we go. Also, I didn't put the cover back on my Cricut mat very well, and now it's really dirty. See? Look how cute. Oh yeah. I also went ahead and tried some of these more delicate kind of shapes, and some of them worked quite well. This one went okay. This one's it's kind of torn, but that's okay. Some of these ones, like, they're not perfect. I think maybe I'm still using the very first blade that came with my Cricut. I haven't changed it, so maybe with a sharper blade it would have gone a little better, but I'm not feeling too precious about this, so got those. I also have the negative space from these ones too, as well as my original, just kind of more whatever this is, you know. And I figure while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and make some titles as well, because that will allow me to layer in a way that I can't otherwise. I was just going to hand letter everything, and I still have a really good pen match. But if I have them all on stickers like this, then I have more layering capability, and that little bit of white around the outside edge of the sticker is going to give me some more readability that I wouldn't have otherwise. So I think this is good. Also doing some headings for the reading journal at the same time. We came up with both of these themes in my members live stream, so shout out to my members for helping me ideate. You help so much. Allow me to introduce you to my new friend. Look at this beauty. This is a new little storage piece for my office. I've been really needing more space for stuff. The fact that this has 9 drawers is just so incredible to me. Also, now my PowerPoint's accessible, which is kind of nice. My plan is things like pens. I've ordered some storage, like drawer dividers and stuff to go in here, but things like pens. Wow, it's so dark. My shutter speed's really slow, isn't it? Sorry if this looks a bit weird, but pens. I think my fountain pen inks and such. Cricut supplies. I put some of my pen sets in here yesterday. I got this on Facebook Marketplace, by the way. She's a little dinged up, but I'm completely fine with that, to be honest. I'm so excited to have her here, but the process of like getting her into the room, and also the fact that I have been ongoingly tired for several months. Hey, I got my blood test results back, and it's a very severe vitamin D deficiency, which is good, that's treatable. So my office looks like trash. But that's okay, because that's something that I can work on. Also, things like bits of paper. This has been my color coordinated paper storage system. It's backwards. For a long time, and I put it in that cupboard over there. This is the one I made pretty a while ago. And it's still pretty, but it's not like organized. Also, things like fabrics. I've got to have somewhere to put them too, because I've been playing with fabrics lately, so I'm just gonna work on this room today. I have a video that was supposed to go up last night that I haven't finished. I can't really finish it right now because it's under all of this. So this first. I will probably end up rearranging all of this stuff once my proper drawer storage arrives. These are those little Perspex drawers. I don't like having my stuff on display. I don't like being able to see everything I want to be able to put it in a cupboard and close it and have everything look away, which is not possible when you don't have enough storage. But for now, Tombos fit in A5 Archer and Olive boxes. So that's what I'm going to use for my drawer dividers. And yeah, if it works, I might even just keep it that way. I wonder if anyone else is noticing my pattern here. I apparently become very interested in decluttering and upgrading my office furniture in July, apparently, because it was around about this time last year that I got my beautiful desk. And here we are again, buying solid wood furniture on Facebook Marketplace. I am thinking a little bit as I go through my stuff, and like, I probably won't keep these like Perspex drawers. If all my pens go in this chest of drawers, I won't have a need for these. Would have been great to know that before the craft market, but the piece of furniture that I dreamed of, that I needed, was not yet available on Facebook Marketplace. It came a few weeks after, so them's the breaks. I always found these drawers kind of fiddly and annoying anyway, because you could only fit so many pens in them before it wouldn't close anymore, and my blue and purple drawer was always really full, and I was struggling to get that bad boy to close. They're already taking up significantly less space when stored this way in the drawer, so this is potentially better. Of course, last year around July, August, I also did a couple of decluttering videos, which a lot of people seem to really enjoy. I was not in a headspace, unfortunately, to make that kind of content again this year when I was doing my big declutter. And I didn't do it all in one go. I kind of did it gradually over the course of several weeks. But if I can get this squared away, I'll be able to finally make the like stationery storage office tour video that I promised a year ago and never got to making because I could never still find the way to make everything work. I didn't want to show you an unfinished system, but this is gonna finish the system, and I'm really excited about that. I made another one. This one's from my friend Holly. She picked out the fabric when we were at the Destash market. I put it together today, and if you don't look too closely at this spot right here on the back, it's pretty good. This is gonna teach me very quickly about working with different types of fabric, I think, because this is like a fairly standard cotton. This is a rayon, which is beautiful, but very like lightweight. And for Holly's version, because this fabric was so much lighter than the curtain fabric that I used for the one I made for me, I felt like the insert was gonna be really floppy, so I put cardboard inside it. But now I feel like when it's got pens in it, it's a bit concave, it's bending a little bit, but maybe that's okay. I might have made the cardboard square a little bit too fitted. It's got a back pocket with contrast lining. I think it turned out okay. Hopefully Holly likes it. Happy birthday, Holly. The fact that I've attached the flap a little wonky. I mean, it looks level here, but not there. That's probably my worst sin on this one, and I can live with that. Thank you so much for joining me for this month's vlog. I know it's been a bit of a disjointed one while I got my things back together. I'm feeling so much better. Like, I feel like I'm getting some mojo back, so I'm hoping that means I can get back to the regular schedule for you soon. I still have a bunch of questions for the vlog that I will hopefully answer in the next one. I was supposed to do that in like April. Here we are. We'll get to it, won't we? We'll get to it. If you liked hanging out with me, thank you so much for spending time with me here on the journal vlog. I have a playlist of these. I do one every month, except this one covers 2 months because I was tired. And if you'd rather just get to the journal stuff, here is a playlist of all of my own journal setups so far this year. See ya.